Hello everyone, Joking Jackson here, and this is a show that I watch every single Sunday before I go to church, once I'm finally all ready. A show called Studio C. If you don't know what Studio C is a sketch-based comedy show on BYU TV. There isn't a full storyline to it, but the sketches are either just funny, they're clever, and they just work most times. And it just shows a little bit of how you can be funny, but also still family-friendly. And that's what I really love about Studio C. So say thanks to Jared Shorts and the writers of Studio C and the whole cast, I'm going to be doing a top 5 Studio C sketches I want to see in the near future. Now, why top 5? Because I couldn't think of ideas for a top 10, and just trying to think of ideas for 10 new sketches, yeah, that might not work. But anyway, let's get on with the video. Number 5, The Smiths 3. This is only number 5 on the list because there has already been 2 Smith sketches that they've done. And let's see, they've already killed off a brother for one. I feel so sorry for Adam Burke's character. And what can they do for our 5th one? I do have a small idea, so you're gonna have to please bear in mind. They could have the full Smith family tree come at both Mr. Smith's side and Mrs. Smith's side. So we can actually see a little bit of how much brothers and or sisters they have. We can maybe even have the Mrs. Smith talk and have a squeaky voice because she was jinxed when she was little. And we can just have it go so many ways. And we can just have a little bit of character development. Maybe even Mr. Smith saying, "Oh, finally, the farm has been saved for the last time. We're gonna now keep the farm, and I'm gonna keep it until the day I die." And then it can maybe just show up, just have a little bit of footage of just a funeral for Mr. Smith, and then someone reads the will saying, "To my oldest son, for you have helped me so far with trying to save the farm goes to you." And it'll just be a bit of a generational thing, that the oldest son gets the farm. So the tradition of the farm will be saved. But still, it's only on number 5 because I can only think a little bit about it. But let's get on to number 4. Number 4.
Oh.
How to Impress a Girl 2. Okay, I'm going to promise this will be the last sketch that they've already made. The last three will be ones that's going to be in a way original, but still parodying something. Okay, so this is one I really love because you just see a little bit of Matt just getting hurt so much. Mostly with the taser. I just love that taser. But let's get back on to the sketch. Now, the sketch idea I had is actually simple, but also could work. Since Matt is married and wants to help out his friends, Jason is having a little bit of problem with trying to show his girlfriend that he can be a good person, a good defender, if you will. Not like the Marvel Netflix show. I personally haven't seen it, so yeah, I can't say anything about that. But basically, Jason wants to be a person that can help with, say, if they're getting mugged, then he'll be a good person to be with. So, we can have a little bit of Matt pretending to be a person that's trying to rob them again, and we can just have so much fun with that. I could also see a little bit of a shoulder angel thing where say, okay, time for my shoulder angel. It'll be sort of like a small little thing, just a callback for not only the shoulder angel sketches, but also for the WWE references that he's done, from the WWE Father one to the Luchador one. I cannot remember the name of that sketch right now. But we can just have a little bit of Jason having so much payback for all the times Matt's hurt him with the shoulder angel sketches, but still show that he can be a good person to be with in case if they get hurt or something like that. But let's get on to the last three. I'm excited for the last three. Number 3, Disney Descendants. Now, Disney Descendants is a really good film, and it just shows a little bit of what happens if the Disney heroes and or villains that we've grown up with had children. And you want to hear something? It works really well. The characters are relatable. The songs in it are amazing, but not as good as the Disney movie quota. But here's a little bit of an idea for a sketch. What if we show either the B and or C list villains? Because let's see, who's already in the very first Descendants? Jafar, Cruella de Vil, no wait, not Ursula. Ursula's in the second one. The Evil Queen, and Maleficent. So, why don't we do this? I have a bit of a list right here, so let's get on with this. Maybe we can have Yzma be sort of like a potion maker, and her daughter could be good with potions, but then it can sadly poof in their face. Or she can have sort of like a friend, or quote friends, and have a little bit of pull the lever, crunk, wrong lever. Okay, let's see. We can have Hades maybe having a son and her daughter. Both will still be dangerous in any way. And just show a little bit that there's sort of like a person that will help with either just... I actually don't know what Hades would be fully able to do. Let's see. We'll have Frollo, Judge Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame. A little bit of what if he had a son that was trying to get the daughter of the gypsy from the very first movie. And the last but not least, Madame Medusa. She was from The Rescuers. She was the main antagonist of it, the very first one. But yeah, You see, I think this will be a really good one. For a list of reasons. A list of reasons. 1. We get to see villains that should get a little bit more love, if you will. Just some underrated villains. Have a little bit of not only a child for their name to be passed down from generation to generation, but also just a little bit of them saying, oh, look at the evil queen. They think that just because their daughter got enrolled to that preppy school for those heroes, they think that they're better than us because of that. And it's just interesting because we can just see a little bit of how much villains of Disney would just want to be better than the others. But that's just my thoughts. Let's get on to the last two. I'm still really excited. Number 2. Action. Pop Punks. So, how can we make this little figurine series and or company a sketch for Studio C? Well, it's actually here's a good idea. Now, if you remember the diabetes intervention, it was funny, but it was also a bit interesting. So, how about this? Let's actually make it so we have a friend, I would say Jeremy or someone else, having a session with pop figures. That when they open a closet door, Jeremy then falls out with a bunch of pop figures and say, I'm almost done sorting all of these from the franchise. Can I now have more licorice? How much licorice have you been feeding Jeremy? About 5 weeks worth? This is an intervention. You have a problem, and you're gonna need to ask, and you're gonna need help from us. And I could just show a little bit of the problems of collecting merchandise. Here's the thing. I only have 2 pop figures. And I don't want to try getting more, because I know I'm just gonna basically say, I should get more so they're not lonely. And it just will go insane if anyone gets more pop figures each and every single time. So yeah, this is just a bit of an idea I thought of that would just be funny and could work really well. Now before we go to number 1, here's a quick honorable mention. An MLP themed sketch. Now, the Studio C cast has shown a little bit of either love or just a little bit of joke towards MLP. I don't know if any of the Studio C cast are bronies and or Pegasus sisters, so yeah. But anyway, let's get on with the countdown. And my number 1 Studio C sketch I would like to see in the near future is... Now, this is an idea I have a big bit of a hilarious idea for a sketch.
Now, how can I make Pokemon and a sketch work? Here's a little bit of an idea how. You can have Matt just play a person in the Pokemon world, say in the mansion where Rotom lives, and you can just have it work like this. He's going out, trying making a sandwich in the mansion. I still cannot remember the name of the mansion. But then, when he tries getting it from the fridge, he sees that one of his sandwiches was eaten. So then he tries heating up a sandwich in a microwave, but then that one also gets eaten. It looked like it was heating up, and then it wasn't eaten. And then you can just have it where Matt is just trying to eat this one sandwich, but it keeps getting eaten and eaten by a Rotom. And then you can just have Matt say, "I will eat a sandwich today. I haven't eaten one in about a week. Just let me have my sandwich." And this would just be funny because it would just be like a mental pain. Like, you really want him to just have the sandwich. If you want to hear something, the sandwich is a lie. You'll never get the sandwich. If you try getting and or making a sandwich, it will just disappear. No sandwiches for you, Matt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that's just my idea for a Pokemon themed one. Now, what's your thoughts on Studio C? Do you think it's a good comedy series? What are some sketch ideas that you have down below? And, well, I'm going to do just a quick little update. School for me is going to be starting in a week. Thank goodness. And, well, I'm going to be busy with school, so I might not have time to make videos. So, please understand. Also, Cast of Studio C, if you're watching this, and do you want to work a little bit on some of these sketches, then you have my yes for it. And, well, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the little bell. And every time when we get a every time we get a subscriber, there's a bit of a difference there. One's a thing that you eat, but while one is something that you have forever. Every time we get a subscriber on this channel, it's like a sub sandwich. It's